calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll try the left side. Franklin. He stiff arms him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Allen going to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Now Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And this time he is in. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Jackson now. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Offside. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Jackson options out left. A beautiful fake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Jackson. And it's caught. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try to run this one in, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back ready to go once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage.
Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. That's some strong running. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy it much.
3rd and 3.
To throw is Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson, options out left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. Plays behind him in the field.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Gregory Rousseau, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now in Buffalo. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Keon Coleman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Jackson to Bateman there, first down, Ravens. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Franklin, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Now Allen. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Allen off the play fake. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Throwing, Allen.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Allen.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Allen.
Up the middle they go. Clancy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Now Allen. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
To throw is Allen.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. This is 1st and 10. Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Jackson.
And this is going to be home in by the tight end, Andrews.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. One last shot for Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side. An outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Buffalo, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.